Rolling rivers and forests showcase the destruction of the storms here in the mountains. Record levels of rain contribute to significant damage throughout western North Carolina. Hurricane Helene expected to top $50 billion in damages.
Right after the storm happened, as soon as it was safe to do so, myself and some of our other AmeriCorps team members got out on the trails and did monitoring. So we counted exactly how many trees fell on each trail and how much feet of tread was damaged on each of our trails as well. So my role completely changed after the hurricane and went into being recovery mode. And I personally was really grateful for that because I felt like I needed an outlet to be able to help my community and just be on the ground as much as I could.
Conserving Carolina is helping the region come back from the storm by not only getting people back out into the woods, but also minimizing the effect of water on the communities.
This is Kings Bridge. That is the name of a 90-acre floodplain restoration project that the Wildlife Commission, in partnership with Conserving Carolina, recently restored.
Where I'm standing right now was under about 25 feet of water when Helene came through, and that water has to drain from here. The floodplains allow for the floodwaters to really slow down and not create those erosive forces that really create damage.
We've spent a lot of time and effort focusing on restoring these floodplain properties with the ultimate goal of creating a more resilient corridor along the French Broad River.
I think a resilient environment is an environment that can withstand the numerous and various types of impacts or effects that may otherwise cause damage that is costly to communities.
On approximately 3 of our other floodplain restoration projects, including this one, we estimated that we stored during those peak flows about 1.25 billion gallons of water, which is a huge amount of water that otherwise would have been downstream. Resiliency in terms of this site means that it is able to withstand those large rain events and both hold water during those events and in drier events also release water. And Helene tested that, and these projects did really well.
The habitat is the primary thing that is resilient and allows the wildlife to be resilient because they depend on that habitat.
I would argue that there's maybe only 4 to 5 other areas like this within western North Carolina with this level of stability and this width of wetland complex, which is really special.
2 of my neighbors upstream from me had already conserved their property with Conserving Carolina, and I realized how important this whole area was as a wildlife corridor, and I wanted to keep it the same.
Unfortunately, after Hurricane Helene, we saw some potential for a second ecological crisis due to the storm debris removal program that had started downstream of Vard's property. Heavy machinery was being used to clear large sections of property along Hughes Creek.
Every morning I was hearing the bulldozer sound down there, and I had walked down to see what I could see of what they were doing, and it was very alarming, very upsetting.
When Vard reached out to me, she had walked downstream from her property and seen an area that the Army Corps had conducted the in-stream debris collection. And what I witnessed was something that lacked a subtlety that is extremely important when dealing with the environment. It lacked balance. We've all witnessed the damage that Hurricane Helene caused, and it was extremely frustrating to see this second wave, which was man-made, to come through and create equal, if not more, destruction to these same habitats that have already been heavily influenced from the storm. In the case of Hughes Creek, we were able to help the community come together to stop unnecessary debris removal and effectively preserve the beauty of this natural area.
It just breaks my heart to think how quickly things could change if they're not protected. I mean, overnight it seems like.
I think our trails showcase the resilience of our work post-storm just due to our sustainable trail building techniques. So here at Bear Wallow, the actual devastation to the ground wasn't as significant to all the tree falls.
Kings Bridge is special because it wasn't the first, but it's now just another project in a long string of projects that's moving the needle in a positive direction.
You know, they back you up. I mean, when you have an easement, they pay attention to what's going on your land, and I love that.
To me, resiliency is the ability, the capacity to be able to withstand impact. The more we bring back these naturalized systems, the lesser the impact on our neighbors and community.
I have been inspired by the way this community has come together, and I am extremely thankful for everyone's support for Conserving Carolina. With your help, we are on the road to recovery from the storm, helping ensure a more resilient future.